by exiting the cortex via your ring terminal.
Hey guys, what's up? Primal here, and welcome back to more Death Stranding 2 on the beach. The game just updated, and it just told me that my data, well, from the previous version can't be used anymore, so I can't go. Oh boy.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Looking clean as a whistle.
What a stylish pair of glasses. I'm sure they'll suit you, Sam.
I heard what Victor Frank said about your BB pod. You used to have a different keychain attached to it in the past? Igor. Ah, yes. The corpse disposal team member that was caught in the void out with you that time. I see now. The keychain was a memento to remember him by. I've been mulling over the words Victor said to you earlier. He's gone, but he still feels so close. There's a universal truth in that sentiment. The closer we are to people when they're alive, the stronger the bond we forge with them in our hearts. No matter how much time passes, I still feel her presence. My daughters. No doubt you feel the same about Lou. One day, Sam, when you have a moment to spare, I'd like to tell you about my daughter and the strange events that changed the course of our fates.
Of course.
Ah, yes. I saw that you received EX capture grenades from the metagenomicist. To think that the parasitic chiral microbes you brought her could be repurposed to infect and birth variant BTs in such a manner. Namely, by combining BT crystals with your own DNA to produce BT cores. If this is indeed true, it's a truly incredible discovery. You have to test this theory at the earliest opportunity, Sam. I'm eager to see what happens. Apropos of nothing, you and Neil Vana have a stronger connection than I realized. There must be some reason why he keeps appearing before you in that mysterious realm.
Yeah.
Admittedly, while we've only seen a few pieces of the larger puzzle, it may lead to discoveries you might struggle to accept. Nevertheless, I commend you for your courage in facing your past head-on thus far. I say this with the utmost sincerity. Sam, when you consume a chronobiote, your perception of the world around you dramatically slows down for a brief period. It's not hard to imagine why that'd be beneficial in the middle of a fight. You'd have a much easier time lining up your shots. You'd see enemy attacks coming long before they had a chance to hit you. I'm reminded of the difference in the passage of time experienced when we're on the beach. It stands to reason that both phenomena might be caused by microbes from the beach and their effects on our bodies when ingested. Neil Vana. A porter employed by Bridges. A man not unlike yourself, it would seem. But why did he appear in that so-called nirvana, or rather, that realm of the dead? And then there's the fact that he clearly spoke Lou's name. If we have another opportunity to visit that mysterious realm, then perhaps we can get some answers.
Indeed.
Apropos of nothing, that place we were sent to, the land of the dead, it strikes me as odd that it was submerged underwater. And did you see those columns of ice, the ones descending from the surface all the way to the floor? Afterwards, I realized what they reminded me of. The columns were reminiscent of a phenomenon known as brinicles.
Brinicles.
When seawater freezes and turns to ice, salt concentrates are released into the surrounding water. This brine is heavier than the water around it due to its higher density. It therefore sinks deeper into the ocean. As it flows towards the ocean floor, its lower temperature results in the formation of ice.
Huh.
And as this process continues, it can produce column-like ice structures. Any living creatures unfortunate enough to become entangled in these can be frozen solid. Little wonder they're called icicles of death. You know, Sam, I was just thinking. The times we've encountered Neil Vana, the first was amidst flames, and The second was in what seemed to be flood-ravaged ruins. Now, I believe that you were previously transported to a realm not unlike a battlefield. The places we found ourselves in are similar in that they were the sites of disasters. This is
Oh.
just a theory, but it could be the case that what we've seen is a reflection of Neil's mental state. He may have been a first-hand witness to a terrible tragedy which left a lasting mark on him. Pizza do karate. Huh. Maybe I should give it a try too. It'd be great if someone could show me how it's done. Maybe I could learn through VR training? Maybe we could call it Taekwondo.
Sounds good.
Tell you what, you can be my very first student. Ah, yes. When I saw that coffin, I was reminded of a rather unorthodox type of psychotherapy. The patient lies down inside a coffin, which is then closed, plunging them into darkness. In being subjected to this simulated experience of being laid to rest, they may find a measure of peace and comfort. If you spot a coffin that seems suitable for this, why not climb inside and see what happens? You know, Sam, I was just thinking. Each time we take the DHV Magellan into the currents, the level of tar pollution on board increases. Which is why everyone has to pitch in to clean the ship after every trip. In spite of that, we still find ourselves stymied by nasty blockages like this one. Tarman broke 3 mops attempting to dislodge a particularly stubborn wad before throwing up his hands in despair. Although he failed in that epic struggle, I can only respect his dedication. Apropos of nothing, the doctor's talents were a sight to behold. A psychic midwife. I've never had the opportunity to watch one at work before. How many children has she held in those hands of hers, I wonder? I expect she knows a great deal about BB units as well. You know, Sam, I was just thinking. I spoke with Rainey earlier. She tells me tomorrow's making excellent progress with her studies. Before we left to see the Motherhood, she was tackling and solving relatively elementary problems. But it seems she's since progressed to intermediate and higher level ones. At this rate, she might well surpass our own capabilities before long. To learn is to grow, and to watch her grow so quickly has been a delight. Sam, so that was the esteemed data scientist. It didn't take much convincing to become a part of the chiral network after all, did they? I suppose the appeal of APAS's analytical capabilities was too much to ignore. And they must be quite the fan of pizza, too. The considerable weight of our last delivery did not escape my notice. Just how many pizzas do you think the chef was able to pack into that container? Huh. A suit that prevents its wearer from being recognized by AI cameras. Eyes are the most prominent sensory organ of many life forms. Those of us who specialize in psychology often learn a great deal about them. You see, what the eye and the camera perceive is compared against past experiences and data to yield a conclusion. Perhaps this suit exploits a flaw in how AI cameras perform this function. Which is to say, you shouldn't presume you won't show up on these cameras. But I think it may utilize a form of optical jamming to obfuscate your appearance. In this way, it ensures the system doesn't interpret you as an intruder. Sam, I see that the armed survivalists have gotten their hands on a new assortment of weapons. And our own arsenal has since been expanded, courtesy of the pizza chef. People seem less and less inclined to give others the benefit of the doubt these days. I fear it's going to continue to get harder to earn the trust of strangers in the future. Sam, I was surprised by how effectively Tomorrow was able to fight those mechs. The way she took advantage of the tar and used her unique abilities against them, it demonstrated impressive improvisational skills. But her capacity to rapidly accelerate the age of any material or enemy she comes into contact with. Oh, I can't help but be a little jealous. But there are other ways I can contribute to your work, and I hope to continue doing so. Apropos of nothing, that friend of the dowser we rescued was a very brave man, don't you think? To go to such a dangerous place all by himself, in spite of the countless potential risks. Perhaps it would have been better if he wasn't quite so brave. Ah, yes. The armed survivalists don't seem concerned in the least about causing people's deaths. It's unconscionable, terrifying too. Man, the thought alone's enough to make me feel sick. Sam, none of us can go through catastrophic trauma without being forever scarred by the experience. Trying to reclaim a sense of normalcy through routine can help the heart to heal. Your deliveries are making a big difference, Sam. For others and for yourself. Apropos of nothing, necrobiotes are fascinating. And they seem to have become more commonplace lately as well. Ever since you and I were swallowed up by that tar fall, to be specific. This sudden increase in the population should be considered yet another example of an environmental anomaly. If we successfully extend the network across the continent and trigger a plate gate to appear, such anomalies should begin to wane. Sam, you've been receiving more dangerous orders. I respect your willingness to undertake them without any fuss. Please, don't hesitate to rely on me for assistance if you ever find yourself in need of it. While I'm incapable of fighting like you, if you throw me toward your enemies, I can keep them distracted, for a short while at least. Sam, the brigands' vehicles are of a rather antiquated design, significantly different from the standard pickup off-roader. You won't be able to get them repaired at distribution centers or on the DHV Magellan. Can't even store them in a garage. They're enemy property after all. Too risky to bring inside our facilities. Could be booby-trapped. I'd not get into the habit of using them too often if I were you. I don't really have anything else.
All right.
Sam.
Ah, the final question.
One last question for you. This one's hard. Do you think you can solve it?
Apart from F1. Okay. There we go.
Yay! Congratulations!
Super cool.
Right. Another memory.
Ooh. You're wearing my scarf. You're wearing my scarf.
Nelvana.
You saw his
face too, didn't you? It was him, Neil Vanna, I'm certain of it. That clearly wasn't a memory of yours. Was it some thought of Lou's, lingering in the pod? Hold on. Lou was assigned BB-28 serial number 4 years ago. But Vanna died in a void out 11 years ago. It doesn't add up.
Meaning what? That it was his memory we just saw?
He and Lou must be connected. But how?
I'm gonna go say hello to this fisherman real quick before we do stuff on the DHP Magellan.
Commencing root creation. Delivery route finalized.
Where's that? There it is.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Seriously grateful.
sensing any BTs nearby. Let's move quickly and grab the cargo.
Okay. This looks like a giant... These look like whales. Interesting. Right out there's some... Oh, it's up there.
Sam, did you hear that? Sounded like a creature of some sort.
Yeah. Maybe it'd be best if we try and drive around the lake. Careful.
You're mine. Snack. mine.
Ship's log, huh?
That way. Okay.
It's a little further to our destination.
Just a bit further now.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that...
Whoa, you got it back for me. You really went out and recovered every last container. Right, give me just a moment to check the damage. If this isn't just perfect, the finest looking cargo I've seen in a while. Good for you, getting this cargo here. Thank you so much, really. All right, use your Cupid to put me on the network.
Oh, cool. Ooh, RD grenade launcher.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
So, you hooked me up. Cheers for that. The network should help me continue my pursuit of the Lord. Yeah, him. I wager you've heard him sing out by the Tar Lake, haven't you? Private fellow, rarely shows his face, but when he does appear again, it'll be a bloody catastrophe. On a scale of what happened to Lakeside Fort Knott. Catch my drift? But it's my hope that the cargo you pulled over here will prevent anything like that. So, thanks again, Sam. Oh, and the data I shared with you is for a remote detonation grenade launcher. Humans, mechs, BTs, it's good against them all. Something tells me you're gonna need it real soon. The Lord of the Tar Lake, a monstrous fish, legendary round these parts. I went out with some mates of mine to try and finally catch the bastard. Which is how we learned we weren't dealing with a fish at all. It's a giant BT. In fact, it used to be a pair of giant BTs.
What happened to the other?
One of them was responsible for the void out that reduced lakeside Fort Knott to a smoking crater.
Oh.
Our ship went down in the chaos. My mates went down with it. I was the only survivor. Couldn't tell you how I got away from the wreck. Don't remember a thing. I woke up in the company of those twins. They're the ones who saved my life. But don't think that's the end of the story. I can still hear the Lord singing. The other BT. It's still out there. And we've got to do whatever it takes to kill it. The cargo you brought me from our ship is just the thing we need to track it down. I'll be conducting a detailed investigation. And when I've got a lead on its whereabouts, I hope I can count on your help. Cheers for the help. Really, the Lord of the Tar Lake is a threat we can't afford to ignore. It's a catastrophe waiting to happen. So I will need your assistance in the future. It's not the kind of enemy I can take on alone. I'll update you when I know more. Until then, stay safe and stay in touch, mate.
Okay. Yeah, I think we'll benefit from helping them because, like, yeah, I've seen the Lord of the Tar Lake boss fight. It's just like a reused version of the whale I fought in the last game, but that's okay. I think it'll be a lot better. Oh, those things. Moving into position. Nice. Oh, this is a gold mine, literally.
Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to process.
Hey again.
Thanks for the help as always. Just need to bring up the order details. How in the hell did you accomplish this? That's superhuman strength. I've been waiting forever for this cargo to show. I've been making progress in my work thanks to you. Let me give you a little something in return. You need more materials, am I right? Then let's increase your allocation.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
It's a cargo cover designed for use with a backpack like yours. You can use it to protect your deliveries from the degradation caused by timefall. And if you happen to take a bit of a tumble, it'll prevent your cargo from falling out of your backpack as well. Of course, there's a limit to how much cargo you can shield with it. And important pieces take priority, obviously.
Of course.
No doubt you'll have plenty of those, so be sure to use the cover to protect them. And just so you know, I'm making progress in my investigation into the Lord of the Tarek. I've finally been able to access the observational records from that cargo you went out and recovered for me. It seems the Lord doesn't usually emerge from the depths for one and all to see. I'll review the historical data on hand and try to determine what, if anything, might prompt him to reveal himself. Thanks again for your help, and be safe.
This shouldn't be too bad. Oh shoot, sorry. I'm not trying to run you all over, I just... Lord of the Tar Lake. We'll meet soon enough. Nice. Hope you liked it. This little truck's done me wonders since I picked it up.
Gotcha.
Oh, oh, dude. That's sad. They sacrificed they sacrificed themselves to save him. Hey, Victor.
Doesn't look too pretty outside. Appreciate you working in this weather. Wait a sec while I check the order details. Gotta say, Sam, you really are the best. Bringing me deliveries in such great condition. This delivery is courtesy of you? You just can't help but pitch in, can you, Sam? Thank you. You've been a true friend, Sam. And that's why I want you to have these.
Thanks.
I'm increasing the materials allocation for you. You'll find that there's a good amount set aside just for your use.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Absolute boots are sturdy as hell and boast exceptional grip. They also excel at absorbing impacts, so you ought to take less damage when landing from a long fall. You might find them a bit heavy though, so try them on for size first. I hope you get a kick out of them, if you know what I mean. So you know, we're thinking of making some improvements to existing weapon systems. Feel free to lend us a hand if you're interested.
Order completed. Well done.
See if he has any more for me to do right now. Cause like that was both of his orders that he had for me. Oh. Oh shoot. Careful, careful, careful.
delivery terminal to process your orders and requests.
Hope you're not working late, Jim. Good for you, getting this cargo here. I have something you'll love. A gift I was able to prepare, all because of you. You need more materials, am I?
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Can be stored at... So, you don't... I know now that it's a giant BT. There are reports of these giant BTs appearing when a catcher or hunter's got its mitts on a human, or when a high-level doom sufferer leverages their powers to summon one. But none of that tallies with the Lord's recorded sightings. There has to be some other factor that causes it to appear. And my next objective is to identify what that factor is. I hope I can continue to count on your help. You take...
Order completed. Well done.
That's okay. It's alright.
What the? Oh, a lot of the cargo fell into this tar lake. Oh, so I think that's where we need to go.
assigned to another.
Sam, the data you secured for us at the weapons factory earlier has proven invaluable. With it, we were able to continue our investigation and succeed in locating fabricators with similar specifications. I'll brief you in depth as you review the map. Accept this main order from the delivery terminal in order to proceed.
Of course.
Okay, Sam. The facility we've identified is here. An abandoned factory south of the F5 East Distribution Center. There are operational fabricators inside. More than you had to deal with for the previous order, in fact. And to make matters worse, it seems these ones are configured to produce ghost mechs.
Uh-oh.
Higgs is likely pulling the strings at this factory too. So with that in mind, your main objective is as follows. Eliminate both the ghost mech fabricators and any hostiles you encounter on site. In addition, each fabricator contains vital data that we need you to retrieve and deliver to the Magellan. By analyzing it, we hope to gain insight into Higgs's activities and future plans. Tarman will give you the device you'll need to extract the data before you head out. For now, consider the route you wish to take.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route finalized.
Sam, you'll need to take this ring terminal expansion device with you again. Make sure it's in your possession whenever you attempt to access a ghost mech fabricator on site. If you have it with you, it'll automatically extract data from the fabricator terminal while simultaneously destroying it. Once you've disabled all fabricators, return to the Magellan with the device and submit it for processing. We'll handle the analysis on our end like last time. Remember that it contains special components that can't be reproduced by printers. Take every precaution to ensure you don't break it.
Of course. Will do. I promise.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
There's the factory.
Now entering chiral network coverage.
We'll park here. Okay. Searching destiny. Whoa. It's fabricating one of the ones that helped him out in the last time we met him. Yeah, one of the dog ones.
Sam, I've got a bad feeling about this. Like something seriously big is waiting for us. Stay on your guard and proceed with caution.
Of course.
I see now. They build ghost mechs in this facility. Sam, the ghost mech fabricators appear to have been activated. This could get very bad very quickly. We need to destroy them as soon as possible. Okay, one less fabricator to worry about. And we've secured its data too. There should be 3 fabricators remaining. Keep the ring terminal expansion device safe and proceed to the next one.
Whoa! Close. Oh shoot. Oh shoot. Oh, these are just the regular ones. Oh. Oh. Heavy machine gun.
Only 2 more fabricators left to disable. Let's move. Just one more fabricator to go.
That's all.
All fabricators have been rendered inoperable, and we've extracted invaluable data as well. Just need to mop up the remaining ghost mix.
Come on, boys, let's fight. Come on, play.
Nice. All ghost mechs and fabricators have been destroyed. All that remains is to take the ring terminal expansion device with the extracted data back to the DHV Magellan for processing.
There we go. I think we're gonna be in for quite a rude awakening when we get back. Those tremors earlier, I think they're the signs of the next boss. That big one was pretty tough to take down.
It's good to have you back, Sam. Now, let's take a look at the cargo you've brought us. No problems with this cargo. Tarman's analysis should proceed without issue. Thanks, Sam.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Our analysis of the data you extracted for us has yielded detailed records of deliveries to the factory. It seems both materials used to manufacture those ghost mechs and the routes used to transport said materials were the same as those utilized by APAC.
Huh.
This indicates that APAC was likely involved in the production of these mechs.
Wait, could this possibly mean that Higgs and APAC are working together? We should watch what we say around the President.
We'll need to proceed carefully with our investigation. If APAC and the President did indeed have a hand in these activities, the security of our operations is entirely compromised. One more thing, Sam. Some of the data we received concerned ghost mechs outfitted with rocket launchers.
Huh.
I realize you didn't encounter this type within the factory, but it's possible Higgs may have already deployed them elsewhere.
Uh-oh.
We need to prepare countermeasures for the DHV Magellan with all due haste. There's a specialist who can help us in South Fort Knott, just beyond this mountain. Putting F6 on the grid is one of our objectives anyway. For now, we'll make preparations in an effort to secure his cooperation. You should head to your private room and try to get some rest before your next order is ready. And Sam, good work.
Thank you.
Sam, this is Charlie. Another assignment is now available for processing. Pick up this main order by accessing the delivery terminal at the F5 East Distribution Center.
As usual, Drawbridge can't help but run its people ragged. Why don't you try freshening up with a shower? About that ghost mech we saw carrying what appeared to be a coffin on its back. I wonder if that coffin was somehow connected to the beach. I distinctly felt the presence of the dead from within its armor. If you could deal a blow powerful enough to bypass its defenses, it might be enough to stop it in its tracks. Failing that, you could always concentrate your attacks on a single location on its body. I don't really...
Okay.
Bye, Sam.
Hi, girls. Important to stay hydrated. Oh, nice. Of course. Of course she did.
Oh, hey there, Sam. Really glad you could make it. Now, your next main order is ready and waiting, but I should mention there are some special considerations. For one, the cargo container will start leaking toxic gas if it's damaged. This run is going to involve a hard trek up some snowy mountains, too. So make sure you're well and truly prepared before heading out. Now, the adventurer you're delivering to travels the continent to try and solve the mysteries of the Death Stranding.
The adventurer,
Gotta respect a man putting in that much work. The cargo you'll be taking him is related to his latest investigations, or so I hear. I'd appreciate it if you helped out, not just with this order, but any future ones as well. Don't let us down, Sam.
Count on me, Vic.
This cargo has been designated hazardous. The container in...
Order accepted. Thank you.
Do you have a moment, Sam? I was wondering if you'd noticed Hartman doing anything strange lately. Sending odd mails, sleepwalking. You know I'm not the kind of person who enjoys spying on her colleagues. But when I finally decided to check the surveillance cameras, there he was, wandering around at night. If you see anything out of the ordinary, don't hesitate to contact me.
Understood. Thank you, Fragile.
everything's pure white.
Let's get off my back. Just driving a futuristic pickup truck over, I'd say 1,000, no, maybe 5,000 foot mountain. What could go wrong? Just had to say that right now. Huh. I think a song would start playing about this point or so. We're already at our destination, so I'm not sure when's coming. That must be South Fort North in the distance. That wasn't so bad.
Sorry, but I'm not allowed to make the decision by myself. And right now, there's no telling when my father's going to get back.
Are we gonna have to go find him?
He was coming home from a long trip up north and got as far as the snowy mountains nearby, but then we lost contact. I was actually hoping someone could search for him and posted a main order. I'm certain he's still alive, and since no one else has taken on the order as of yet, I hope you'll at least consider it.
Sounds like we've got an emergency on our hands. You can accept the order by accessing this delivery terminal, Sam.
Will do. Hope the BTs haven't gotten him. Hopefully he's close by. Yeah, that's what he is. Oh, this is steep. Good thing I have the Boca skeleton equipped.
So the adventurer was in this area where he last made contact with his son. See any sign of him, Sam?
Okay, just a bit further.
Complete and total whiteout. Ah.
What do we have here, Sam?
Huh? We're close. Where is he? Ah, so there is time fall in the snow.
Fuck.
Are you injured, Sam?
Oh, there he is. Just took a tumble off the mountain to find him.
What a relief. He's still breathing.
Oh,
You can put
gosh.
him in a protective bag and carry him home. You know, he looks familiar somehow. Didn't we save this man once before?
Wait a second. Is this the guy, the Bowser's friend?
Take him to his shelter.
Hang on, dude. We'll get you home. Oh, shoot. Patience by Low Roar. There's the song.
Almost there.
The adventure.
Oh, I knew I was right to trust you. Thank you for finding him. I need to assess his condition right away. Please wait. He's doing better than I expected, actually. Should be back to normal with a good night's sleep. You've been a true friend to my father. My father said it's okay, so you can go ahead and connect us to the chiral network.
Let's do it to it then. The adventure. Ooh, climbing power gloves.
Now displaying your current porter grade. Connection confirmed. Seems to be working fine. Thanks for that. I'll have my father take a look at the cargo you brought me a little while back. But knowing him, he might vanish the moment I turn around. People have given him a nickname. The Adventurer. He takes it a bit too far sometimes, but it's not like he would stop if I asked him to. Anyway, as my way of saying thanks for tracking him down, I've shared a schematic for climbing power gloves with you. They can help you climb steep slopes and grab cargo more easily. But don't take my word for it. Try them on for size and you'll see. Thank you again for bringing him home. Good luck and safe travels.
Much appreciated, Sam. You should get plenty of rest. Frostbite can be serious. We have to make sure you're not showing signs. Another thing, we need to talk about Hartman's situation. Come and see me when you get back to the D3 Magellan.
Please come again.
Nirvana trophy earned. How goes it? Getting much better. Glad to see she's doing much better. That's a bit spooky. Huh? Hartman? You son of a...
Sorry.
Ah, darn cat. Ding. Hartman? What is that he has? What's he using it for? What are you doing, Hartman?
Hey, Sam. Long time no see.
Dead man? Huh?
It's me, your old pal, Dead Man.
Huh? How?
Sorry if I gave you a scare. While Hartman is off conducting his near-death excursions, I am borrowing his body.
Oh.
My soul is normally confined to the beach, but for 3 minutes, I get to be here.
How's that possible?
Because he has my heart.
Hmm?
You're telling me that's...
My parting gift to Hartman, yes. Per his request, I bequeathed it before departing on my one-way trip to the beach. He put so much stress on his own that it had grown quite weak. If and when it failed, mine was meant to serve as insurance. But as you can see, he appears to have become rather attached to my heart. His finger never far from the proverbial on switch. Which is why I've been able to assume control of his body.
Oh.
Come here.
It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you, Sam.
Yeah.
I told you in Mexico that someone had falsified BB-28's records. But in truth, it was yours truly. My intention was to leave no trace of a second BB-28 or of Lou.
Why?
I wanted you to be free to live your lives, unburdened by the past. But then, Well?
Higgs returned.
Everything changed, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
You lost Lou, and needed answers to make sense of it all. So, I decided to access the network servers from within the beach. Security isn't as strict over there as it is here, you see.
So that was you?
That's right. I am the one who dug up the information about Lou's past.
Ah, it all makes sense now.
Hartman was me all along.
Oh, he's back.
Administering shock. Stand clear.
Sam? What's going on?
You really wouldn't believe me if I told you, I don't think. The garage of...
Sam. Poor Hartman here is understandably confused. If you give us a moment alone, I'll explain things to him.
Okay.
Episode 9, Puppets.
Well, I've apprised Hartman of the situation. It's not unlike my own experience. A soul finds itself in a puppet, and then acts as a puppeteer. One's ka can reside in any vessel to which one has a strong attachment. Human ha or inanimate object. It makes no difference.
Like you.
Sam, it's Charlie. We've received an emergency distress call from the Eastern Environmental Observatory. I urge you to access the Adventurer's delivery terminal and pick up this main order immediately.
That was a bit of a surprise. I saw some things on my feed about something going on with Hartman and Deadman. A little weird, but I hadn't watched it myself, so I just, trying to do this as spoiler-free as possible.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Oh, cool. Is that what you were looking for? No.
Look that one.
Wowzer!
Snag.
It's pretty out here right now.
Look that one. Snag.
Avalanche.
Look out!
Oh, a avalanche just coming down. I do not feel prepared. It's roaring like a mountain lion, making me really scared. That was crazy. I was wondering where those would happen, but that just came out of nowhere.
Pull up. Let's get going. Gotcha.
Illness by Hanyarani. Must be at the highest part of the whole game. One of them at least. Yeah, I'll go around. Ridge Frost. Oh, Nelly. All these trips I definitely could not have made on foot. Hello.
You actually made it here. Am I just imagining things? Right. Now check that cargo of yours. Condition is great. Just great. I didn't think anyone was capable of this. Well, hot damn, I thought this cargo was lost for good. I'll take excellent care of it. Truth be told, been waiting a long time for this moment. I always knew you'd come my way. Go ahead and use your Cupid to get me online.
I guess we haven't been here yet. Ridge Frost. But dang, we really are just about at the highest peak. Oxygen mask.
Now displaying your current porter grade.
Alright. Connected to the network. Which means I can finally start fixing up this observatory. In case you haven't heard, we've been seeing an increase in chiral density in every region as the network has expanded. More instances of strange phenomena outside network coverage too. And I've been told this is indicative of plate gate emergence. You know, after being alone all this time, I wasn't sure I'd be able to stay the course. Till you arrived with that life-saving cargo. Should be all set to hold down the fort now. Not exactly a one-man job, but I'll do my team proud. Oh, I've shared schematics for an oxygen mask with you. Well, I'll help you stay active in areas where the air's thin. Personally, I'd recommend you wear one at all times when you're in my neck of the woods.
Understood.
Mother Nature won't show you any mercy around these parts. The biting cold and steep slopes will slow you down, or stop your progress altogether. Now would be a good time to make sure that you're fully prepared for the journey ahead. By the way, the aeronautical engineer who lives northwest of here just posted a sub-order for you. Seems something at the Ghost Mech factory's got him all hot and bothered. Help him out and he might hook you up with some useful gear. In any case, I hope you'll come visit me here again sometime. I understand it's a lot to ask folks to make the trip on a regular basis. But that's why I'm hoping I can offer you stuff that'll be of use in hazardous conditions like these. Keep on keeping on, man. And thanks again for all your help.
You're very welcome, pal.
This is the President, Sam. Chiral network coverage has just passed the 75% milestone here in Australia. The next leg of your journey will take you to the southern part of the continent. Once the remaining regions have been integrated into the network, the manifestation of a new plate gate is all but guaranteed. Marshal your strength to overcome the final hurdles and make this continent whole again. We're all counting on you.
Sam, Rain is not doing so great. It might be more of a mental than a physical issue. But I'm honestly not sure. Do you remember the doctor from the Motherhood? We think she should be able to help ease Rainey's anxieties. It was Tommen's idea. We already reached out, and she said we could come visit anytime. Since the Motherhood's within the chiral network, we can use the Magellan to travel there. Once you've made it back to the ship, just head to your private room and settle in. You can use the trip to catch up on sleep. But if there's anything you need to take care of before we depart, now would be the time to do so.
Sam, I'm contacting you via a different protocol. This private mode affords me a direct connection to you alone. It seems Drawbridge has reason to suspect that APAC may have been involved in the production of ghost mechs. This possibility concerned me as well, so I conducted my own investigation and reaffirmed that APAC's underlying technologies are iterations of an older Bridges framework. What I'm getting at, Sam, is that the guilty party is not APAC, but Bridges. Which is to say, the UCA may also have some involvement with ghost mech production. This would perhaps explain why firearms and other weapons have become commonplace on the Australian continent. The UCA's precursor, the United States of America, had a prominent gun culture. Though Americans first took up arms to liberate themselves from British colonial rule,
Yes.
They retained the right to bear arms so that they might defend themselves against future government tyranny. APAC has no such designs, of course. But Higgs has used factories to obtain weapons in an attempt to subjugate the continent through violent action. And so, the people of Australia have, in response, been forced to take up arms in self-defense. A distinctly American philosophy, and one which would appear to have spread to this continent. The more we seek to unite the people with metaphorical ropes, the more essential stakes seem to become. This particular situation is one that I feared might come to pass, which is precisely why I determined that it must not be the UCA, but a civilian organization which takes the lead in expanding chiral infrastructure. But if the UCA is indeed somehow implicated in these events, it may dramatically alter the calculus. I realize it must be vexing not knowing what to believe, Sam. Should I learn more, I'll contact you at once. For my part, I have a favor to ask. I must insist you not disclose that we've been in direct contact. There's no telling who may be involved with what at this stage.
Order complete. Well done. Order accepted. Thank you.
Take care of yourself.
I'll try. Ooh. cold mountains.
Good morning, Sam. The DH-3 Magellan is currently docked near the Motherhood Shelter. An escort arrived a little while ago to take Rainey inside. The doctor has requested to see you as well. Head on over whenever you feel ready.
Apropos of nothing, no matter what misfortune may befall him, that adventurer is going to keep exploring the continent. I just know it. Is it the primal calling that compels him to make these journeys? Or perhaps he's become addicted to the thrills that come with experiencing the unknown. Regardless of his motivation, when I see how distressed his son is, I want to do what I can to get him home safe. I don't really... Snow. Huh.
Access the delivery address as well as your orders and requests.
Oh. Thank you.
Glad you could make it.
Thank you. How is she?
Close your eyes. It's okay. You can trust me.
That's her child, isn't it?
It's a healthy baby girl. She's beautiful. She certainly is. Okay, coming up on 3 minutes. Someone needs to go home.
Did she just want to see her baby?
Yes, they are. Your womb is connected to a beach. Now, open your eyes. Rainey, the child you're carrying is not dead. It's just that time is stopped in your womb. Your daughter and her mother are in perfect health.
But there's still no treatment, is there?
When the balance between our world and the beach is finally restored, you will give birth.
So we just gotta keep...
There's nothing to worry about. Come on. All in due time. So wait and have faith that you and your child will be fine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What about you? Someday I'll have a son, but until then I get to see him once a month. It'll all work out. Yeah. For all of us.
What is it?
Sorry, but would it be alright if I took another look at your pod?
Give me 1 second.
Okay, I'll head back first.
The thing is, when I did my examination on your pod, I got the strangest feeling. The BB in that pod was there far longer than any typical BB. I'd like to check your pod's production number. If it's an official model, it'll have one inscribed on it.
I can tell you right now, there's no number written on it.
No, it wouldn't be on the outside. It would be inscribed on the inner wall. Now, you can't open a pod without endangering the BB's life, but there is a way that we can peek inside.
Huh. Hey, is that?
See? Right there. See, a pod's production number is a record of when the occupant was transferred from the still mother's womb. Sort of like a BB's date of birth.
Impossible.
What?
11 years ago. On the very same day as the Void Out.
Lou's date of birth was 11 years ago.
And not just that. The serial number is BB00. Which would make Lou one of the first test subjects.
Yeah. That would appear to be the case, yes.
If we scour the archives for any mention of BB00, there's a chance we might learn more about Lou's past.
You really should try and put this behind you. And digging up the past won't help.
I think it's time we return to the DHV Magellan.
You know, Sam, seeing as you've come so very far, you should take a moment to see to any unfinished business before you commit to new operations.
Yes. Yes, that would be best. Alright, I think I'm gonna stop here for the night, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out till then.